In a small village of Ootsuka, home to Shino, Sousuke, and Hajime, was lit on fire under the preconception that a virus had seen all of its life eradicated. Now surrounded by flames and on the verge of death, the three were approached by a strange man holding a sword. He tells them that they must reach a decision if they want to live. The night changes everything for these children. 5 years later, the family of three now live under the watchful eye of the small Imperial Church in a nearby village. All is fine and dandy until the church attempts to reclaim the demonic sword, or Murasame. To accomplish this, they kidnap Hajime to lure Shino, now the bearer of Hajime's soul, and Sousuke, who possesses the ability to transform into a dog. Their brothers must put their differences aside to rescue their beloved sister from the church in the Imperial Capital, signaling the beginning of a very difficult journey. This anime has about 13 episodes from January 6th to March 31st of 2013. It does have a second season. It is action, fantasy, mystery, themes, and mythology. Each episode is 24 minutes and it is rated PG-13. Let's get started into the review. We are back with another anime review, and here I am reviewing the anime Hakkenden 8 Dogs of the East. And this anime really caught my eye because I love Japanese mythology and also the artwork, and also along with the element of fantasy and the or a mystery that surrounds this anime. I think overall, this anime has kept me intrigued because I am a sucker for any type of mythology. I love reading Japanese mythology. I love watching it. So I think it's really intriguing that there's an anime based on this. And I will be doing a review on the second season, so don't you worry. It's on the list, guys, on the list. But right now, I'm talking about season 1, where for me specifically, the storyline is definitely unique. However, I feel like besides the plot, I feel like there's an absence of like a overall arcing theme, or that it tends to like stray from it. What really kept me interested in the anime itself was the characters and their backstory. When we're initially introduced to these characters, they're essentially like minor plots that keeps you interested. However, I feel like at the end of it, it's usually resolved within the following episode, and the storyline tends to feel like a collection of stories that are somehow connected to the central plot, which makes it feel like slightly disconnected. Overall, the characters for this anime, I feel like for Shino, the protagonist, who you'll get introduced to in the very first episode, is very childish. However, he has a very sensitive and charismatic that makes him very enjoyable. We have Sousuke, his childhood friend. He's like the one person who's like the calmer friend in the group. He's loyal and seems to be accompanying Shino everywhere because that's what friendship does. He balances out Shino perfectly. And then you have another protagonist, has another childhood friend, but to Sousuke and not to Shino because of the private. And I feel like overall, her presence in the story isn't very presentable halfway through. She appears to be, well, I would let you make your assumptions of her character going forward of the anime. But despite that, she's a nice character to have. Besides the background characters, the setting, and the other characters in general, they add their own amusement and realistic interactions to the story. And I feel like overall the artwork is done incredibly well. I think that's the first thing that drew me into was the artwork. The characters have very defining features that are immediately noticeable, and matching the very vast multitude of personalities that are present in this anime. It's done very well, especially when the background captures the show so very well. And in each environment in the anime does a good job of having its place, and also the characters visit these certain places in the anime, it pays off really well. I feel like Hakkenden is a very good series if you don't mind the plot not being connected so well, but don't fret your little hearts about that. If you watch the second season, then the plot will be much more clear than it is in the first season, where they're just like getting their footing and just barely like just scratching the surface. But never check out Hakken if you haven't already. And let me know what you think down in the comments below. And I'll see you soon for another anime review. Until then, bye.